Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So today we're back again with another Alliance War video. Now today I'm going to be also recording it slightly differently. Typically I do not use my laptop and just record my Alliance War video straight up on my phone. But today we're going to try it this way. It's partially because I do have slightly bit more of a story to tell. So this is Alliance War 6 Season 22. And we are up against ISO8A. Now, ISO8A is very capable alliance. We knew going in that it is going to be a tough war. And we had a horrible start. By the time I actually got to do my first fight, I think we had, as a team, amassed 5 deaths. And that is a lot for us. To put by comparison, we have finished wars with 2 and 3 deaths all together. And now this time we had died like 4 or 5 times within the first 40 fights. So we had a horrible start where many things were going wrong. And we were all kind of panicking. Now for this war, I brought in my rank 3 6-star Corvus, Magneto, and Proxima for Corvus Synergy. And this is also going to be quite a bit shorter war for me. But there were definitely some plenty interesting developments in it. But we're gonna start up here with this clip, which is me doing my fights in section 1. Now in section 1 this time, once again I am on path 1, but section 2 I will be doing path 2. So it's slightly mixed up, it's not entirely unfamiliar. Obviously I have done a lot of path 1 in section 1. But path 2 I have done a couple of times and didn't seem too bad, so I'm back up there this time. So since this is a close war, we are already chasing the opponent, so I will boost quite big throughout pretty much and for every single fight. And it's a good thing that I do. And I do have a fair amount of fights in this war as well, but the first one is Dragon Man. Now my actual assignment for this fight was Dr. Doom. But after yesterday's stream, I already had Suicide Masteries active, and I spoke with my officers, and we decided that Magneto should be perfectly able to handle Dragon Man as well. Now, I did make a mistake there. I did get parried. I do get parried a bit more frequently, I must admit, recently. Must be some sort of change in AI, or maybe I'm not as careful as I used to be. But after that initial mess up, obviously Magneto is first and foremost a real tank when it goes to metal champions. And as we can see, he doesn't really trigger any of his abilities back. He hasn't gotten his power gain buff, thanks to Magneto's magnetism. And he also hasn't triggered Arc Overload. And now at this point, obviously, I could just carry on and dropping the heavy attacks. But as soon as I reach that level 3, the fight will be over and decided. And that would be far more than enough damage. So not a perfect start by any means, but everything well under control. I think this is the first time I'm actually fighting a Dragon Man on this node, but I kind of think he's maybe a bit wasted there, but hey, who knows. Dragon Man is a tough defender after all, but Magneto can just absolutely shred him. And now we're gonna start basically the Corvus portion of the war that unfortunately I didn't get to kind of like fully enjoy later on, but we're gonna get to that in a bit. So first fight is Emma Frost, and that's Masochism. However, I do have fairly chunky boosts on, and I knew that continuing to armor break, even though I will have to push through the Masochism heal, I should be very comfortable using Corvus decent size boosts to finish this fight without any missions active. Now there was some sort of slight amount of lag. The game actually didn't lag, but either way. First mission in the bank, very straightforward Corvus fight. Now it's going to be a trickier fight against Mr. Fantastic. And my hope here, and the main reason why I want to take Mr. Fantastic fight, is because I want for him to evade me. Now again, keep in mind this is a very close war, and we're losing, right? So I'm taking no chances at all for the rest of the season. I'll be a good member and I'll use all of my boosts. Truth be told, over past several seasons I have used these 3-minute boosts less and less. But now we can see that I still haven't gotten the True Strike mission here. He did evade now, luckily, after I did drop that heavy attack. And I will try to get it here. And I'll do it with my heavy attack. And we can see that, thankfully, it doesn't quite finish him off. And I'm able to get my second mission, trigger the True Strike towards end of the fight. Now, I did it in a risky way because I didn't want that level 1 pre-fight on me for the next 3 fights. So I had to risk another heavy attack there. It, again, wasn't perfect fight at all, but we got the mission. We're still healthy thanks to all the debuffs Mr. Fantastic places on me. And I was overall very satisfied. So that was the first leg of my Alliance War. Now we're going to move on to the next fight, which is actually quite late for me at night at that point. It already was coming to midnight. I was staying up a bit late. And on top of that, this is that middle mini-boss there on Mix Master, Aggression, Prowess, Power Focus 1. This is a node where we typically see Corgon. But since my Corvus has a True Strike, and I was sent to take down this new Immortal Hulk. Now, I hadn't really fought Immortal Hulk ever outside of Event Quest, and I didn't know exactly how it's going to go. So once again, in this war, I'm taking no chances. I activated Power Stat 1 boost, and I put on 150% Cosmic Power boost. You can see that the first level 2 drops him down halfway and gives me back a fair chunk of power. Looking back at it, it possibly would have been better with 200% power boost. But still, so I'm dropping my second level 2, which triggers his immortality. Unfortunately, it did trigger. My assassin didn't bypass it, so now I had to wait out till his indestructibility basically goes away. And as soon as it does, I'm just going with another combo. If I had to, I could have dropped that level 1 to finish off the fight. So very, very smooth fight, definitely. And that also leads us to section 2. Where I had 3 fights planned for me. I had the 2 fights here against Guardian and Thor Ragnarok. And then later on against Hitmonkey on the Brute Force Limber mini-boss. So for these fights, I actually put on the big boy 6-hour Alliance War boost, like boosted to the max. And that actually kind of like irked me off later on, but I'll explain it. So, Corvus with a few missions up against Guardian, Armor Break galore. Very quick, very easy fight. There's hardly even worth me mention. These nodes have strike counter power rate, power suppression, but yeah, it just mints through them. Now, this is a 6-star rank 3 Thor Ragnarok, and I have actually seen this guy get kills quite frequently from fellow YouTubers and their war videos. Luckily, I haven't died against this guy yet there, but the base idea is obviously my Corvus at this point has 3 missions active. I'm still boosted, and you can see the damage I'm dealing is quite impressive. Now, I don't want to have any of those power suppression things on me. Unfortunately, I did blank out on that powers thing, so that cost me a tiny bit. But other than that, again, very straightforward, very, very simple fight. And that, unfortunately, also turned out to be the last fight of my war, because unfortunately I did end up getting stuck and waiting on a teammate, and then basically my boss group was kind of like ready to take the boss, and they just sent somebody else to kill a Hitmonkey, which Corvus would have been perfect counter for with True Strike and big boost active and so on and so forth. But you know, it happens sometimes. I'll be honest, it actually ticked me off quite a bit because I had quite an annoying day, and it was just kind of like another one of those things that piled off. But it's just one of those things that happens in Alliance. So afterwards, I proceeded to take a ton of screenshots of everybody's offense that I am trying to record for a new video series that I'm doing, where I'm taking actual statistics of how frequently each champion's used. But then we pulled together and we actually passed this point. I don't think I took a screenshot afterwards, but past this point we already kind of had caught up. We played very, very well. And I think we only died one more time after this on the last 50 fights. So we finished the war with like 7 deaths. And that was a very, very big win for ASR in a sense that we had a horrible, horrible start. But we all did our part. We played, boosted, and did everything properly. And we did manage to pull out a win here against ISO8A. And it's a kind of funny thing at the moment as well, because if you look at the leaderboard, then Kenobi and ASR have exactly the same point total. And the game doesn't really know how to handle it. So every time you look at it, it just shows something different. Who's first, who's second. Sometimes it shows 2 in the first. I think it's one of the first times I've seen it, so it just got a proper chuckle out of me. But yeah, that was my war today. That was war 6. It was quite chaotic, but again, very bad start. But thankfully, we did manage to pull out that W. And so far, the season has started absolutely fantastic for ASR. We are 6-0. And hopefully we can finish strong. So if you did enjoy today's video and different war format, I suppose, then hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit all the buttons, and I am going to catch you guys soon. See ya. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information